Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice,
The long-awaited Wave 7 of McFarlane Superpowers is finally here. We got our pre-orders in February, and guess what, Chris?
What?
Not a damn one of these were from our pre-orders.
Wherever did you find them then?
We will talk about that in the video. We're unboxing almost the full Wave 7 today on Just BSing. That's right, everyone. I am sure you're feeling some of the same pain that we have been feeling waiting for our pre-orders to come in. Didn't find out that they were delayed because of the gold label Brainiac from the McFarlane bundle, if you ordered from McFarlane Toy Store, until very, very recently. And I'd been seeing all over Facebook, all over forums, people finding them in stores since like pretty much the end of February, starting with the Skull Ship. I mean, that was just popping up almost right, actually before the pre-orders even went on sale. Had kind of guesstimated that that might have been a promotional tactic. I think these were just all messed up all over, like just the shipping and everything was all messed up. But we have them in hand, found them at GameStop, all of the figures at GameStop, and the 2 vehicles at Walmart. So if you guys still are waiting on your pre-orders or you haven't been able to find them in store, guys, keep looking, keep hitting up your GameStops and your Walmarts. As recently as a few days before I found them, they weren't there. So they're continually restocking. Keep your eyes out. I think I said this in a post that I did on the community post. McFarlane, you keep using the word pre-order. I don't think it means what you think it means. But with all of that out of the way, we'll go ahead and jump right in. This is a fairly large wave, so we'll go ahead and start with our repaints. It's McFarlane. There's always repaints. First up for McFarlane repaints, we have the gold and black version of Sinestro Core War version of Sinestro, which differs from the previous Sinestro, the more Super Friends style. So I am actually a big fan of this look, so I'm looking forward to popping that open. First glance, I love that on the card is a different photo of Sinestro. So we get a unique photo for this Sinestro, but it is a repaint. You can even tell the belt is still wonky from the previous one, but the colors are very cool. So we will pop this guy open, give him, oh guys, by the way, if you're new here, the way we do this, we talk about each of the figures, give them an individual rating, and then at the end of the video, we give an overall wave rating. So stick around for the end, and we'll tell you what we think about the entire wave, but we'll go figure by figure first. So get Sinestro open. All right, we got our Sinestro Core War version of Sinestro out of the box. He is still looking very good. This paint is done really well on this one. Love the lantern. I believe it is a slightly golder. No, I think it's the exact same. We can compare him to the previous Sinestro. Looks pretty much the same to me as far as the lantern goes. I like this guy. I'm digging him. I like that one. What do you think?
I like him a lot. It's kind of cool that they actually incorporated some gold on there like that.
Yeah, I really like this one. I'm going to possibly get some hate in the comments, but I'm sure there's some people that agree with this. I prefer this look for Sinestro. I think it looks like a villain that goes up against the Green Lanterns, more so just from the costume. It's very, Green Lantern-esque, Yellow Lantern-esque, obviously. No hate to the Super Friends version. This is still awesome, but it is a bit more cartoony, which for the Superpowers line, not inappropriate at all. I don't think you go wrong with either one of these.
No, that was even like Silver Age, from the 60s and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
It was a good update. Heroes and villains need costume updates, so I think they nailed it with Sinestro, especially with the storyline and everything. So yeah, I like it a lot. I like it a lot as well. What do you give it on our Just BSing rating scale? I'm going to give it a good.
Good.
Yeah, I like it a lot, so Sinestro's been a good one, so good.
I am in 100% agreement. I am also giving that a good. All right, now we'll move on to our next repaint in the line. We have the 40th anniversary Gold Superman, and I gotta tell you, I like this one a lot more in hand than I thought I was going to. I was excited about the gold version just because we knew there was a Kenner 50th anniversary Kenner edition planned. Never came out in the 80s. Always seen like prototype images and things like that. So I always kind of like wanted that figure, but this was not my favorite. The McFarlane mold has not been my favorite mold for this Superman. But just like Lord Superman, It won me over as soon as I got it in hand. I really like this one. Again, this is another repaint, but it does have a unique photo, again, for Superman on the front.
Cool.
So,
nice.
yeah, if you compare it to the other Superman packages, the Superman photo is different. I love when they do that, so that you feel like you're actually getting a unique figure. I still say on the gold figures, I kind of wish they had made the photo on the package gold, but...
I was about to say that as well. So.
But they didn't do it for Batman, they didn't do it for the Flash. That's all right that they didn't do it for this one. All right, we'll go ahead and pop this guy open and take a look at Gold Superman. All right, we got Gold Superman out of his package here, and it's every time I say package, every time this one over here starts laughing, then I start laughing. I'm sure some of you are laughing now because package is a funny word. So I really, really like this in hand. I think it looks very cool. Looks like they did the Wave 5 and up Superman head sculpt with the Wave 1 body. Although I don't think the body was all that different. I think they just kind of etched out the belt a little bit. Could have been a different torso though. But yeah, no, that looks pretty cool. I'm still digging the large S on the back of the cape. I really like that.
I like the large S. I'm liking it a lot. Yeah, it's just like those body molds you're saying. Good cape, like the S. About the same size. A little bigger on the cape than the chest, but yeah, I like the look of this guy a lot. So.
I do as well. What are we going to give him on a rating scale?
I'm going to go ahead and give it another good.
Another good?
Yeah.
I'm there. I'm with you again on that. Another good. It's not quite so good. I don't think it's as good as the Lord Superman. That's been my favorite Superman so far. I was surprised about that. No, you knew you were going to love it. You knew you were going to love that one. I did not. So I'm still eagerly awaiting, and I hope they do it. I would love them to update the sculpt in this mold like they did the classic Detective Batman to be more Kenner style. I know we're supposed to have a Fleischer Superman in the next wave. That's where I want them to update it, because I really don't think any version of this Superman fits that Fleischer style as well.
Well, it's got muscles in all these.
You're right. So we'll have to see if it's probably going to be a repaint again, let's be real. But man, we've been surprised before. All right, and now to our final repaint of the wave. This was the one that I had the least amount of hope for. This is the Manga or Manga, depending on how you pronounce it. Don't yell at me in the comments. Batman. I actually really like the card on this one. I like the Japanese writing on the Batman symbol.
Oh, didn't even notice that.
Yeah, the Batman.
Oh, jeez.
and the style of Batman in the photo looks very Adam West, and I really like that. Doesn't quite match the figure as well as you'd like. But this is another one of those pleasantly surprised in hand. This is not my favorite. We've said it in many of our videos. Not my favorite Batman sculpt. I really like the classic Detective that they updated to. But for certain figures, I think it works really well. I think it works really well for this one. I think it worked really well for the Thomas Wayne Batman. So I'm pleasantly surprised with this one. And we'll go ahead and pop this guy open so we can get a closer look. All right, we've got our Manga Batman out of the package. He's got some... Right out of the package, I'm seeing some fraying on the cape, which is a little bit sad. Although, not too worried about it. These were the ones that we're opening. Yeah, I kind of dig the colors. They're muted, and it's very, very grayish, but for whatever reason, to me, that just looks really cool. It works. I like the white outline on the belt. I like the detail on the cowl, the way they the little black shadow with some of the light blue-gray eyebrows and things like that.
Yeah, going back to the Adam West, he's got the eyebrows.
He's got the eyebrows like Adam West, yeah. He can do the Batusi if you want him to do the Batusi. I like the bat symbol. I think that looks very good. The way it's drawn on there and painted, I like that a lot. I'm pleasantly surprised by this one.
Yeah, I do too. I like it a lot too. Oh yeah, I didn't even see the white outlines that you mentioned before. Okay, yeah, that's really cool.
And the boots and the belt,
Yeah, it's like he's got the nice gray, kind of like the old Batman. He just needs the blue shorts,
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he's...
It works.
Yeah,
it just works.
It works really well.
I'm pleasantly surprised with that one. I'd say, spoiler, still out of all of the figures in this wave, my least favorite, but I do not at all dislike this figure like I initially thought I might when I first saw the photos. So I'll go ahead and kick the rating off on this one. Beating a dead horse here. I think it's another good.
100% agree. I think it's another good.
We don't even need to give separate ratings in this video. At some point we might disagree, but right now, not yet. Yeah, this is another good. All right, that takes care of our repaints, and now we can get into the very exciting new figures. Why don't we start with Kilowog?
Kilowog.
Yeah, we got Kilo. This is a big boy.
Biggin.
Got a biggin lantern here that we can add to our lantern core. Love the packaging. I think the packaging is very cool. Something's missing. Something's missing. Can you tell?
I don't think they've ever depicted it in the comics or any of the cartoons either. But I don't see a lantern.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lantern. He doesn't have a lantern, and he may not typically carry around one, but I think it would have been cool to include one. Like since all the other lanterns have had one, and Sinestro as well. But
I'm curious of the size of the ring this dude's wearing.
That's a big old splotchy ring. Yeah, we'll go ahead and dig into this package and take a look at that. All right, we got our big boy Kilowog out of the package here. I'm guessing, and I didn't bring him in here to confirm, but he looks very similar in size to the Darkseid figure.
Yeah, he really does.
But
well, he should though.
He should.
He's about that size anyway.
That is correct scaling. And I think it was, a lot of people were kind of wondering, would they use just a repainted Darkseid? They did not. This is all new. This is new arms, new torso. Definitely a new head. It's definitely a new head sculpt. No one's got that head sculpt. I'm digging this quite a bit. I just wish it had that lantern. Now, just those traps. He's got them Brock Lesnar traps. You're not getting a whole lot of head movement out of this one, and you probably don't want to try, because I don't think that's a good idea. That'll probably pop off. Got the big ring, huge ring.
Whew.
This is a big boy. Still the same coloring as the Hal Jordan Green Lantern from Wave 6, different from the John Stewart coloring, but I think they've been depicted, depending on the comic series, in different colorings and things like that.
Yeah.
So not that big a deal in my mind. I know some people are wishing that they had done something a little more vibrant. Can't disagree with that. I kind of wish they did, but the color that they chose, I think, is good. What are your thoughts on Big Boy Kilowog here?
Big boy. He's oh man, he's actually got some weight to him.
He's got some weight to him. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I like him a lot. I didn't realize that he only has four fingers.
I just noticed that too. Like, good call. Good call.
So I was like, wow, okay, cool. So I never paid attention to that in the comics either. But yeah, he's. There we go. A little stiff with the leg there, but I like it a lot. This is the first time I think he's ever been a toy, right?
Well, for sure, superpowers. He's had some toys.
Yeah,
he's had some toys.
Yeah. I have seen him with Kyle. I think McFarlane actually has one that's out like now, and that looks pretty cool.
Right. Yeah, I think
but
McFarlane's
superpowers. Yeah, I like this a lot. I mean,
it makes a great superpowers figure. If the superpowers line had continued back in the '80s, I could definitely have seen them do this one in that kind of scale. Probably at the same level of the original Kenner Darkseid as well. So yeah, digging this one. Also, I'll go ahead and kick off the rating for this one too. Not quite so good. It's another good. We're at another good on this one. Are you at the same thing?
I'm at the same as a good. I don't know if it had something else, maybe a lantern or maybe I don't know, some type of an accessory. We've got lots of green lanterns, yellow lanterns. These dudes are supposed to have some type of something.
Do the Toy Biz thing like we saw in our Toy Biz video with a little water cannon there. You could shoot out of his ring. That would be great. I would love to see some additional action features in future McFarlane. It's not gonna happen.
No.
But no, as it is, that's a good figure. Mm-hmm. All right, now let's go with let's check out Brainiac. Brainiac, our villain. It's not our only villain in this wave, so we did actually get two villains in this wave. It's been
we've been wanting that.
Although one is a repaint, but it's okay. This Brainiac probably, and I think I said this when the wave was first announced, may not have been my first choice for the style of Brainiac, the first appearance Brainiac. But in hand again, I really dig it. I like the vibrancy of it. Very Super Friends. Like this was the way Brainiac was depicted on the Super Friends cartoon. Mm-hmm. So in the Legion of Doom, a little bit odd. I think that on the photo of Brainiac, it's basically a pink purple, just like a unitard kind of thing, and then they did the black trunks rather than pink purple.
Oh yeah,
it's shadowed, but it's not solid black. I actually prefer the black. I think it's a good contrast. And the boots are white on the figure and pink in the photo. So again, a little bit of packaging discrepancy there. Nothing major. It's a superpowers package. It's going to look awesome regardless. But anyway, we'll pop Brainiac open, take a look. All right, we've got our first appearance Brainiac out of the package there. He's got his what do you call it? What do you call his headpiece? Is that like his
tiara?
His tiara. He's got his tiara on. I thought maybe it was his interface or something like that. But tiara. We'll go with tiara. This is Brainiac's tiara. Princess Brainiac. Very, very cool figure. He feels like I think he's a smaller figure. He feels smaller than the other ones.
He looks smaller.
He looks a lot smaller than. I'm gonna hold him up next to Superman and just see here. Oh yeah, he's definitely scale wise much smaller than Superman. So he's
brain over bronze, sir.
He may, yeah. That makes a lot of sense actually. So he doesn't need a lot of brawn there. And then if you do want a bigger, more intimidating Brainiac, the original Kenner, you can't go wrong with the cybernetic looking Brainiac. But this is still a very cool Brainiac. How are you feeling about him?
Yeah, I like this a lot. This is Silver Age again,
Yeah.
type of Brainiac look. Now, the thing I don't recall, though, is if this was kind of the Brainiac from the future and then came back, or if this how it worked. I forgot how his storyline actually worked, but I like this a lot because when I first got into comics, this was the Brainiac. So then the other toy line that we had, whenever I saw that Brainiac, I was like,
what is this?
That's not Brainiac.
The one with the boobs, right?
Yeah,
Brainiac with
exactly. The brainy boobs.
Go back and watch our what was that? Our tier ranking video.
I think it was the tier
in the tier ranking video. Again, once you see it, you can't unsee it.
You cannot unsee it.
May ruin your perception of that Brainiac figure, or make it better depending on how you feel about it.
Mm-hmm. I like that one a lot.
Like
even though it is, of course, the Silver Age type of look, the '80s even type of the collar pop, whatever.
Yeah. Very, very vibrant. Very, very pink and green. Yeah, I think for me, this is going to be my first So Good
Damn it.
of the wave. Are you going to agree with me?
Yes, I was going to say it.
Guys, we've said it before. We do share a brain. And right now, both halves of each brain is working in sync right now. Yeah, no, this is a great one. Loving this one quite a bit. Great addition to the Superpowers collection. And now we get to our final figure before we get to the vehicles. Mr. Ted Kord, Blue Beetle himself. Love actually on the packaging, it gives a shout out to Dan Garrett as well. So I love that it's kind of incorporated 2 generations of Blue Beetle into the story there on the back of the package.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Again, pause to read that if you'd like to. This is one of the ones from GameStop. This card was bent really bad. I tried to bend it back as best I could, but we're opening it, so that one doesn't matter as much. In package, the picture and the figure match up very well. Doesn't have a satchel though. He's got a satchel in the picture, not a satchel on the figure. And I'm not going to ding it for that. Those two look very, very cool. So we'll go ahead and pop this guy open, take a look at him in hand. All right, we got our Ted Kord Blue Beetle out of the package, looking very vibrant as well. Paint's looking great on this one. Love the detail on this one. I like the way the eyes bug out. Obviously, he's Blue Beetle, so you got to have bug out eyes. This looks very comic accurate to me. I really, really dig this one.
Yep, 100% agree. This is the Blue Beetle that I remember, especially during the Death of Superman storyline.
Oh yeah, good call.
I still just remember him in the Justice League and everything like that.
Yep.
So yeah, I like this Blue Beetle a lot as well.
Yeah, I'll let you kick this rating off.
All right, well, this is going to be my second So Good rating.
So yeah, me too. Another So Good for us. Yeah, very, very good addition. Guys, I highly recommend this one if you can find this one. This, I think, has been another fairly difficult one to find in store, but still tons of people are finding them. So
it's got to be a popular one.
Got to be a boy. So, I can see why. Well, now we're getting into the vehicles, and since we ended on Blue Beetle, we'll start with the Bug, the Blue Beetle Bug. It is just so cool. Like,
yeah, it is.
Even the packaging looks amazing on this. That Superpowers packaging with that on there. It's got the same colors as all of the Batman vehicles, so it's that blue and kind of orangey gold in there, but looks very, very cool. The Easter egg on the back, which we now know is going to be coming in Wave 8. We've got Booster Gold in the cockpit there with Blue Beetle. So right there.
That's so cool.
Yep, very cool. All right, we'll go ahead and get this guy open and put it together. All right, guys, we got our Blue Beetle Bug ship out of the package. The Bug out of the package looks even cooler, obviously, than in. I love the I Love New York bumper sticker on the back.
Well, I think out of the package and assembled correctly for the first time.
Got all the pieces on there.
I think this is our first one. Right? Except maybe the bat wing or not bat.
The whirly bat we got.
Yeah, the whirly bat. Okay, all right, second one.
2 for 2. All right. Yes, this is so cool. Like the eyes on there, you feel like those should open, but they don't, and that's okay because it opens from the back. A little button right in the center of the back there that opens it up. And man, this is a huge vehicle. This is it doesn't like it's not that big, but the interior of it, you can fit so much in there.
Yeah, a lot of space in there.
You can fit so much in there. We'll go ahead and get Blue Beetle, pop them in here.
You can definitely put some bodies in there.
You can put some bodies. It's almost a if they're into that kind of thing, that's the Injustice Blue Beetle and Booster Gold just stacking up bodies on the inside. Yeah, no, we got our Ted Cord Blue Beetle sitting in there. We'll have a Booster Gold soon to go with him, co-piloting that ship. Until then, well, let me throw Superman in there with him.
Sinestro, he's got the same colors.
Well, Sinestro can't have the villain riding shotgun in there. We got Superman in there. He's a little tall. We can lay him down. Superman, right there. That looks very, very cool.
Okay, close this.
No, I can
I wasn't sure if it would.
I can close it. Yeah, it looks very cool. I love that. Yeah, it's man, it is. That is just very cool. You could almost fit like the entire Justice League in the back of this, like that. A lot of room in that's not huge. It's not huge, but it's got a lot of room in there. I really like that.
You know, when you're sneaking friends into the drive-in theater and stuff like that.
Sure, you're right. And that's definitely something that Booster Gold would want to do. He would have all his friends stacked in there. And then it's got this very cool action feature on it where a grappling line comes down. You can get, let's do this correctly here. Blue Beetle comes with his hands open so he can grab on.
Those dick sticks.
They're not the dick sticks, nope. But this is just so cool. And he can rappel down, and I believe if you press this, does that work? Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Comes right back up. So that's very cool. So yeah, there's a little button underneath. Press the back of that, and he comes right back up. You can also, I guess, geez, that's loud. You can also, I guess, use this for rescue missions and things like that, so it's not always Blue Beetle kind of rappelling down. That's how it is depicted on the card there, but you can put anyone on there. That is just very cool.
Yep, I like this a lot. Legs don't move. Okay, that's okay.
No, the legs do not move, but they look very cool.
Yeah.
And guys, if you do get this, like it takes a little bit of effort to pop those in, snap them in, because they were kind of falling back out, so just be aware of that. Wait till you hear the snap, and then you are good to go. Yeah, really dig that one. That's going to be another so good for me.
100%, another so good.
We're just, man, we're got those brains working. All right, and now our final vehicle of Wave 7, maybe. It's not technically, and we'll explain that here in a second. This is the Brainiac skull ship, and as I said earlier, I think the cybernetic Brainiac would have looked really, really cool in this because it's the same head. But the Brainiac that we got, I think, still looks very cool.
Nice.
All right, we will pop the skull ship open, take a look at it. All right, we have got our skull ship assembled out of the package. 3 for 3, we got it assembled correctly as well. This one, they make it very easy for you and label where all of the legs go.
Nice.
For the idiots like us who would not have figured that out had they not labeled those. Got very cool stickers on the inside. The underside is purple, very cool there. And I think we can demonstrate this on the table. I think it'll show. The tentacles move as you move the vehicle. So that's a very cool play feature there for the kiddos, or the kiddos at heart.
Well, because these are 12 plus.
12 plus, yes. And we're definitely plus. We are definitely plus. We can see how he looks with Brainiac on the inside. Oh, that's cool. It's got a peg in there for the foot, so you can stand him up and he doesn't come out.
Cool.
So that's
nice.
Very nice. Very nice. But yeah, I just can't help but think how great that Kenner one would look in there.
Yeah.
Wish I still had mine with both arms, but maybe one day I will pick up another one just to use it with this vehicle, which is another, for me, so good.
Another so good.
Oh,
yep.
God.
Another so good.
Full agreement in this wave. This was very easy for us to agree on, I think. These were all not a bad one in this wave. I really liked all of the figures in this wave. Very solid. Now, this is not the entire wave, and as I mentioned earlier, the McFarlane bundles are delayed because of the gold label Brainiac and Brainiac Skull Ship combo. I guess there was some problem with the parts or something like that. strange because it's just repaints.
Yeah.
So obviously it's just something, some kind of delay there. So I reached out to a McFarlane rep a couple of weeks ago. They said that shipping would be delayed for a couple of weeks. So hopefully anytime soon, because we're now a couple of weeks later from that. Still have no shipping notifications or anything like that, but I think sometimes they just ship them out without sending you an email or anything like that. So we are still expecting our Wave 7 bundle, which will include that gold label Brainiac. We'll do a separate video on him, unbox, rank, do all of that kind of thing as soon as he gets here. But we wanted to get the rest of the wave on the channel for you guys, because I know you've been waiting for it, and we've been waiting for it too.
Yeah, I'm just definitely looking forward to the Panic in the Sky one, because that was like one of the first kind of stories that I like multi-comic story that I can remember reading as a kid.
And the vehicle, if you haven't seen our Wave 7 pre-order video, we have a photo of that one in there. It looks so cool. Like they've repainted the ship itself to be kind of like purple green.
Yeah.
It looks very, very cool, and really looking forward to seeing that one and sharing with you guys on the channel. So now that we've got the entire wave unboxed, we were in full agreement through the entire thing. What do you rank the entire wave as Wave 7?
Ah, dude, that's hard.
It is. It is.
You know,
We had a lot of goods, a lot of so goods.
A lot of goods, a lot of so goods. I mean, I don't know. For me, we're gonna probably differentiate here. So,
okay, let's see.
I'm saying that this line was good.
Wave 7 was good. Okay, okay. Yeah.
Now, if we had Panic in the Sky with that one here, I think it would be bumped it up to so good, in my opinion.
You may be bumping that up once that one arrives. We are going to differ here. I am going to go with so good. I might go out on a limb here and say this is my favorite wave so far of all of the McFarlane Superpowers waves. Pleasantly surprised with the Manga Batman.
Yeah,
pleasantly surprised with Gold 40th Anniversary Superman. Those were two that I was iffy about, especially the Batman, but in hand, look very cool. Everything else is awesome. Even with classic Detective Batman and the black suit variant in play in past waves, as a whole, this wave does it for me. It does special things to me. I'm feeling tingly. I'm feeling tingly inside. It takes me right back to childhood. If I had been a kid, I'll just tell you, and anyone watching this probably understands, as if you're a toy collector or you're into this line a lot, finding them in store is so different. It's like such a different feeling than waiting on a package to arrive in the mail, right? So like going to stores and hunting and like going into a couple of GameStops, finding them, I felt like a kid again. I was like, oh my gosh. But I have the money to buy them myself now, and I didn't have to go beg someone, which was an even better feeling in many ways. So this one, that nostalgia factor for actually finding, maybe that's skewing my rating a little bit because I actually found all of these in store even though I pre-ordered McFarlane. It's so good. It's so good for me.
That's good. Yes, I anytime I go to my Walmarts, I'm looking.
And you just keep finding John Stewart.
I keep finding John Stewart. They finally put everything on sale.
Yeah.
And you know what? There are still 3 John Stewarts left.
Poor John Stewart. Gets no. Johnson, give the man some respect. This is a cool figure.
Come on, son.
And now people are finding them for. I've seen them as low as $1.
Oh,
people are finding some of these figures now as low as $1. Now we did not get lucky. I mentioned this in one of the past videos. There were some people, blows my mind, Walmart, I think it was just Walmart, they were mistakenly discounting the new wave when they would get them in because they weren't distinguishing them between past waves that they had on discount.
Right.
So some people who were finding these at Walmart were finding some of the new figures for like $4, $6.
Oh, wow.
They found the Skull Ship for $9. A lot of people found that. I actually found my Skull Ship was marked down to $10. Forgot to mention that. Whether or not a mistake, I took full advantage of it. It was marked down to $10. The Blue Beetle bug ship was the full $29.99. But yeah, people have been finding these all over the United States marked down by accident from Walmart. Just blows my mind. So guys, keep an eye out for the gold label Brainiac. We will get that on the channel as soon as it arrives. Hopefully those are shipping out soon. Like I said, McFarlane said a couple of weeks ago. So we will see. And also keep an eye out for more Wave 8 news. We're still waiting on official images for Wave 8. We know who's there. Go check out our video if you haven't yet. We know who's going to be in Wave 8. We just have not seen any official images, anything like that. My guess is now that these have shipped, a lot of people are finding them. Probably once they get the pre-order shipments out that they're delayed on, we might expect to see the pre-order and official images for Wave 8 pretty soon after that, if not even sooner. So keep an eye out for those. We will let you know as soon as we find out. Also want to give a special shout out to a couple of people from our last haul video, or I guess my last haul video. Had a couple of people reach out. Kevin Baxter let me know what these guys were. Kim Toys. Kevin, man, you are the man. We love every time you comment and you give us some helpful information. So thank you for letting me know what those were. I would also like to give a shout out to our friend Remy, also known on YouTube as Hispanic at the Disco. I love that name. Remy, that is an awesome name.
That's awesome.
That is so cool. He is so cool. So he saw in that same video, I had found 12 of the Superman 2 cards.
Oh, okay.
Movie collectible cards by Topps. And he was on the lookout for the rest of them for me, and I really appreciate you. He actually pointed me in the right direction to eBay, and I was able to pick up the entire set, stickers included. So I have 12 plus the all 88 cards plus stickers. Very cool. Thank you again. I'm going to call you by your YouTube name because I love it so much. Hispanic at the Disco, thank you so much for keeping an eye out for us and thinking about us. Really appreciate that. All right, with all of that out of the way, we can go ahead and close this video out. Keep an eye out for everything I've mentioned before. Gold label coming up very soon. More Wave 8 information on the way. So thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, do all that YouTube stuff for us, especially you folks who've been stopping by and watching our videos. Haven't subscribed yet? Guys, you're gonna miss everything. You gotta hit that subscribe button. Make him feel good.
Yeah,
make me feel good.
It's so good.
It's gonna make you feel good.
Makes you feel good.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. Anyway, thank you guys again so much for watching the videos, and we will catch you in the next one.
Have a great one, guys.